This all new game has the best graphic for mobile and really enjoyable to play. It's not only the visual, but the gameplay mechanism is really good to play. The one thing I noticed about is that all of the games have an English version, and I made some online game and offline games. Please like this video, thanks! Top 12 New Best Graphic Games for Android and iOS 2023 Online and Offline English Version. You can support this channel and send us a special thanks. Slaughter the Lost Outpost. Slaughter the Lost Outpost. This is a high graphic offline game that is full of action gameplay. Seriously, this game is pretty hardcore. Make sure you are ready enough to see the condition when our characters do a headshot to the enemy. We don't have any clue to find a way out. Sometimes we will get lost to find the next mission, because we don't have any guidelines. But you must keep exploring the area and remember the way out and in. We'll get various guns and able to switch the gun anytime. There is a selection of difficulties you can choose: easy, normal, and hard. But even if you pick the easy, the enemies are pretty aggressive and deal a huge amount of damage. Most of them are close combat, so make sure you make a distance by keep moving and shoot their head for an instant kill. You must try this best offline high graphic action game on mobile. Dolardo Cowboy. Westy Wild Dolardo Cowboy. This game is very good offline game, high graphic, and I really love the ambience. It's pretty much like we are in the cowboy era. You just need to focus on many objects that are clearly perfect, like the building, the NPC around, the sheriff, the music, landscape of the ambience, and panorama. Everything is well made. I get the best experience on Cowboy and bring me back suddenly in that era. The gameplay of Westy Wild Dolardo Cowboy is we can explore the open world offline game by riding the horse, or just run by foot is quite fast too. We must follow the storyline by asking the sheriff. He has a lot of main quests to do. Killing the bandit by your gun is pretty easy to control because it has an aim assist and you can do close combat by using a sword knife. Best high graphic mobile game for Android iOS. Bug Heroes Tower Defense. Bug Heroes Tower Defense. For a tower defense game, this game has a high graphic level. It seems the developer really takes seriously on making this game. The ambience is pretty much realistic and I really enjoy watching it while playing the game. The gameplay is quite a unique mechanism because we can move our main hero and help which tower needs help. Keep clearing the waves to earn and build a new tower like machine gun, and it can deal rapid fire. Even the damage not big enough but really helpful on hitting the enemy faster. Some of the enemies have a different weapon like a sword, so we need to make a distance, and some of them have a gun as their weapon but really has a small damage. Keep an eye on your main tower and defend it to make sure you can survive longer. Best graphic games for Android and iOS. Downland. Finally, after we wait for this game for so long, and now this game released globally. Actually, this new game is playable on mid to high spec phones, but I highly recommend you not to set the setting into maximum because it will cause laggy and sometimes it will frame drop when you are in an open world with a far view distance. This game is pretty enjoyable to play in multiplayer mode. We can make a teamwork to build together and explore the area in the same world. It feels so fun. Crafting some items or equipment is the main point to strengthen your characters and kill a stronger beast to get more material needs. Craft a sword, shield, bow, armor. We can freely get a common material around you just on the ground and pick them up. But you also can do a single adventure mode to know the game's storyline. The battle mechanism is action RPG hack and slash, so enjoy the fast combat of the best graphic games for Android and iOS. Sigmax. After getting several times on beta testing, it has so much difference between the first CBT and the second CBT. I played this game on Battle Royale mode, but now we didn't see any Battle Royale anymore. It only has a team deathmatch and more like Valorant. The gameplay is we are able to choose various characters and each of the characters will have their own special skill. We need to wait until it recharges into 100% to unleash the ultimate skill. Every time the battle rounds ends, we are able to pick a different selection of gun by using gold and we earn through the battle, like pistol, SMG, rifle armor, and heavy armor. The game mechanism allows the player to jump and aim the target. Use your medicine when the health points get lower to survive. Teamwork is the key to win this best game high graphic for Android iOS. Speedstorm Car. Disney Speedstorm Car. I never imagined the mobile game to reach this level, especially on visual graphic. It's very stunning, realistic, and high quality. This racing game is probably one of the best car games with competitive multiplayer gameplay and does local free play. Gamelove is behind it. No wonder with his experience in mobile game industry, he made the best game now. At the moment, the graphics are unchangeable, but it's enough for us to enjoy the quality. The gameplay of Disney Speedstorm Car is, we can pick so many famous Disney characters, Hercules, Beast, Mickey Mouse, and many more. Their car has a different strength, speed, and acceleration. So, set up your car as you want and start the race. Try to get the mystery box for the weapon to slow down the opponents or shield to protect your car from any forces. The best game high graphic game multiplayer for Android iOS. Chronicle of Infinity. Chronicle of Infinity. I don't believe this high graphic action RPG hack and slash is playable on mid-range phone. How is it possible? The graphics are pretty neat. Not only the character design so futuristic, but the battle arena is pretty cool. I really love the skill showcase of the character. It is super satisfying to see the flashy skill, and when the boss is in furious mode, it's totally chaos. Actually, this game is kind of an MMO action RPG, so we can meet the other players while we are in the lobby. Chatting is possible to do, having some interaction between the players. So far, I would like to say this new RPG game does not pay to win. We can easily get the rare equipment, and when you collect everything at once, then your character appearance will be changing. The best new action RPG game on Android iOS with the highest score on Play Store, which is 4.7 stars and has been downloaded by 1 million players. Meta CTM. Meta CTM. I'm happy with this game experience. It feels like a good idea on combining two game genres into an open world game, which are action RPG and survival game. The result have become a sandbox gameplay. The game mechanism allows the player to optimize his characters by crafting a lot of cool stuff. It's pretty important because there are tons of monsters that will wait for us while we are looking for the material needs. In Meta CTM, we don't have any character selections, but we are able to switch on many different weapon styles, close combat weapon or long-range combat weapon. When I tried this game, the first impression I got was, I love that the game tutorial is pretty simple and not annoying at all. Seriously, this open world high graphic game has such a wide area with beautiful Greenland. The game has been confirmed for the English version. Then, we just need to wait for it in the future for global release. War Thunder Mobile. War Thunder Mobile. Seriously, I love this game tank simulation. It's look pretty realistic graphic. But anyway, the movement control is so hard to navigate. It's too responsive for tank sensitivity. I think the developer needs to adjust it to become heavier when they control the tank. Actually, this game is not about the tanks at all, because we can choose to play war on a tank or a ship. The gameplay of War Thunder Mobile is we will play 4 vs 4 in one team, then destroy the enemies with heavy damage. But we need to wait the reloading longer or just like damage, but less damage. The team with the highest rank will win the combat at the end. The best graphic game online for Android iOS. Premaster. Premaster. This martial art game is very good. I don't exactly know which martial art is used in this game. If you know, you can comment below, but the one thing I really know is this fighting game has so many rich movement, which is we can do a different combination attack by kicking or hitting use a bare-handed. The graphics are pretty detailed, even the game has an English version, but most of the voiceover will display in Chinese, which is really understandable, even though the game is focused on action combat, but we also get little conversation cutscenes of the storyline. We can explore the world freely and do a small parkour by running on the flat wall. The best action RPG online games for Android and iOS. Tour of Neverland Journeys. Tour of Neverland Journeys, the next level of Harvest Moon game, but it doesn't have any romance story. We only need to expand the garden by selling our crops and earn money through it. We don't need to wait a long time to see the vegetable grow, only about a few seconds. Buy a new garden area and start planting new vegetable and another plant, and start your harvest day. This game is not only about it, we're also able to explore the beautiful world and swimming or even diving to see the world under the sea. And these features will be unlocked when you reach a certain level. The best game online, best graphic for Android, iOS. Order Vivo RPG. Order Vivo RPG adventure game. This game is just a new release offline game. The graphics are very good even though the game is on development. The developer keeps updating the game continuously. This game now has a story guidelines which make it easier for us to know the next mission, and we can skip the dialogue to speed up the game. Most of the game's main quest is collecting some herbs and many other items and giving it back to the NPC. Sometimes we must kill the enemy with our sword. The combat battle of Order Vivo RPG adventure game is, we will have a stamina gauge bar. Every action will consume it, like attacking or dodge the enemy's attack. We can play this action RPG offline, but you must turn on the connection if you want to double the rewards by watching the ads. The other side to help the developer grow through it. The best RPG game mobile.